I got involved in a very inappropriate relationship. The person was much older person, and unfortunately that caused a lot of chaos in the family. I was running away so often at home that if I was 5 minutes late from school, they would call the police because they said, "Pull, I ran away again."
Oh,
you know.
okay.
So it was very chaotic. And then I was actually staying in a concession stand, and an abandoned concession stand behind the high school. I became a dumpster diver, very shortly. And I remember watching the seniors of my high school all leave to their senior retreat. And when they all returned, happy as could be, I was just mortified, just thinking that I was never gonna have a senior retreat. And then I remember they were leaving stuff on the lawn, stuff in the trash can. And after they left, I was going in a trash can to look for food. And I could not believe that it got that bad.
While I was with my parents sometime in my childhood, we lost the house due to the drug uses and they couldn't pay the bills. So we went out with a carnival. While we were on the road, they had me lying to the police. I had a fake name. They would use me as a decoy in stores, while they shoplift. So it kind of rubbed off on me, so me never knowing that was wrong, I started stealing very young. I think I was like 8 when I started really stealing stuff. I was about 10. I was 9 or 10 when I started understanding, what the drugs were. Mm-hmm. One day, me and my parents were in a park or a pond or whatever that was, and they were, doing the drugs or whatever. So one lady stopped by, she asked me, "Where's your parents? It's kind of late out here." And I told her, I said, "Well, they're in the back, they told me to run along." She said, "Well, you stay right here, I'll be right back." And she left, and I stayed there, and she brought the police back with her. And the police asked me where my parents were, and I told them, and they busted them doing the drugs. So from that point on, I was in CPS.
This past summer, I went to go stay with my biological mom, and she'd been clean off of drugs for a year. And so it was just kind of I guess you could say, a discovery summer for me, just trying to figure out where I came from, what parts of me did I get from her. And while I was there, she started getting back on drugs again. And then I had come home that night, and apparently she arranged, basically you could say she pimped me out for that night. And a man came in there, I don't know anything about him, I don't even know what he looked like. And he took advantage of me, he raped me, and the next thing I hear is my mom counting the money that he gave her. She was supposed to protect me, and she was just waiting for it to end so she could get what she wanted.
Sometimes I get terrified just thinking about if I didn't go to Promise House. I really honestly believe that I probably would have been dead, or I really would have had a very unhappy, short life.
I have a therapist. She's really helping me find myself, because after all that time I've been without a family, it has taken a toll on me as a person, and I didn't know that.
Wesleyan is a program for young mothers or young mothers-to-be, which that's the boat I'm in. And we have all sorts of things that we do, from going to parenting classes, teaching us to cook. They teach you so many resources so you can take care of your child. And so when it does come, you're ready to be the best mother that you possibly can be.
Because some of these kids come here without hope. They're demoralized. I came here believing that I could never get back on track. I didn't think I could finish high school because I was so far behind. And Promise House offered school here, and they were able to not let me get behind. If it wasn't for that, then I feel that I probably would have had a whole different direction.
And yeah, I really love the staff here. They do a wonderful job as far as connecting with me on my level. They rather take your time with you and make sure it's successful.
I think that Wesleyan just teaches you that you are capable of being a great mom. And that, yes, it came at, surprising circumstances. You didn't plan it. However the child came about, it's still going to come out of love. And that your child doesn't have to come out of shame. That you can have a happy childhood for your child, and you can be a great mother, and you can love it, and it can be a great kid. And that your child is going to have purpose, even though you had a rough start, that your child doesn't have to. They give you a hand to get back up and say, you know what, just dust yourself off. You got a long way to go, but you're not going to do it alone.
Probably the best thing that came out of it is that it was a very important timeout situation. My parents were able to think about how they were going to handle me returning back to the home. My parents were offered counseling. I was offered long-term counseling. So I have just wonderful things to say about Promise House.
Without Promise House, I wouldn't be in the Navy. I wouldn't have had my first job. Without them, I would have been on the streets, like with nothing,
It's a safe place. It really is a safe place, and I think it's, I know it's definitely been a character building experience in my life, and I'm very grateful for it. I'm gonna love this baby, and from all the help from Wesleyan and the people that donate, that I'm gonna be able to be that good mom because of what they do.
My longest term goal is to be a psychiatrist. I always want to help other people, because I know how it feels to be, kind of with nothing, I know how it feels to be on the come up, you know what I'm saying? And when I finally get to where I want to be, I can actually help somebody be what they want to be, you know what I'm saying? So it's always been my dream to help somebody else. And if I can do that, that's really all I want to do. And I owe a lot to Promise House. And I know if I ever have enough money to give back, this will be the first place I give it to.
I am a success today.
I am a success today.
Because of you, because of your support today, I'll be a success tomorrow.